Okay.
A small tribute, David, but
Oh, thank you very much. It's not small, it's tremendous, absolutely tremendous for what you, Dublin County, has done, and Town Council, and also the community of Cullompton, Daniel's friends and colleagues, and the wider community who have asked for this to be done especially. And it will never be forgotten.
well, it won't now.
No, no, absolutely not. So just brilliant.
It's a very small tribute. I think it's a very small tribute from the residents of Devon
Yes.
for what
Yeah.
Daniel and his colleagues have done over the years, I think.
Absolutely, absolutely.
And will continue to do so.
Yeah.
I mean, whilst, and I think probably from that point of view, at least he was doing a job that he wanted to do,
You did.
an extremely worthwhile job,
Yeah.
and as someone who spent 25 years in the army, it's something that I would recommend for all young people, to be quite honest.
Yeah. You know what we mustn't forget, ever, is that every single serviceman, woman, whether they're young or if they're in their adulthood, at one point they were the son and daughters of mum and dad, the family.
Yeah.
And what we have to remember, and what this government fails to remember, is that when those servicemen and women sign that line on that paper, this government then takes on the specific role of mother and father of those servicemen and women, because, and I emphasise this, they are the sons and daughters of Great Britain. This government takes that responsibility, just as you as a parent, I as a parent, and a grandparent had to do all the while those children were growing up. We were responsible for their health, their safety, their education, their whole well-being. And this government has to do that for guys like these.
Absolutely.
Guys like these.
Very valid and poignant argument.
Just another picture.
In the press office next
Are we?
week. Yeah.
Oh, good.
Right. Well, what I'd like to do is to tell all my friends on Facebook and everywhere else a little bit about the Daniel Coffey IT suite here,
Yeah, sure.
and what it's going to be used for. And so maybe you'd like to tell me a little bit as well.
Well, it's an IT suite under the auspices of the Adult and Community Learning for Devon, and it's open to all people, from young children, groups of young children, up until, well, people of my age and beyond, who are still capable of operating IT equipment, and it will be for the people of Devon and surrounding hamlets, parishes, and generally within the envelope of Cullompton. So I mean, it's an excellent facility, and it will always be known as the Daniel Coffey Room.
Yeah, I'm sure that our young people, especially, and the older ones, like you said, at my age, will find it very useful and interesting. I remember Daniel on his last Christmas. He said, "Grandad, I want to show you what I got for Christmas." Because Daniel, in the back of his mind, knew what was going to happen. And he got himself lovely laptop. Lovely laptop. And he knew that I was green with envy. I'd never had a laptop. And I'd always wanted one. And he was just taking the mickey. And I said, all right, matey. I said, that's fine. I said, I'll get one Monday. And I've got one now. That was thanks to my long-term employer that I'd worked for, St. Regis Paper Hacking Mill, Cullompton. They presented me with that as a gift. And my main retirement gift was the video camera that's recording us here at this moment in time.
Excellent.
So it's used very much for the work of Operation Braveheart, and I really want such a lot that I want to do. And I have a driving force behind me.
We can link Braveheart into. We are presently running the Armed Forces Community Covenant. I don't know whether you're aware of that, which is a covenant, which is a covenant set up across the country from local authorities to ordinary people to link with our service women and men, both serving and retired. We are holding a lunch on May the 16th. Hannah's gone. May the 16th, in order to launch the Community Covenant in readiness for the Armed Forces Day on June 30th.
Oh, yes.
And I think from my point of view, I'd very much like you to come along to that lunch.
Thank you very much.
There will be, I mean, the great and the good will be there, but we want somebody who's real as well to be at that lunch. And if you wouldn't mind, I'd like somebody to get in touch with you over the next few days.
Yes,
in order to give you some details as to where and when and how. It's run for Devon County Council, but on behalf of the services. So we'd like to come along.
Thank you very much indeed.
Very much.
You know, what I'd like to explain in the time that we have just a moment is where Operation Braveheart is heading. Since the loss of Daniel, Operation Braveheart has been set up. It's primarily been used to support 7 various forces charities, which I've undertaken to support, from the Legions through the SAFA and many others. My main aim now is to raise funds to purchase our own life support vehicle. This will be used to travel around southwest of England to find and support our service men and women who are finding themselves on very hard times. And gentlemen, we have many hundreds around the country which are finding themselves very dire straits. Many are homeless, and a lot are suffering from PTSD. And I want our vehicle to be able to go out there and find and support those men and women, and also to be there to help to support our many thousands of servicemen and women who, when this government decides that they're no longer going to waste the lives of our children in a war which we can never win in Afghanistan, when they decide that those troops are coming home, we are going to see thousands, literally thousands, young men and women who will, at a stroke, when their foot touches the soil of this country, they will find themselves unemployed, and to have any serviceman to be rejected in that way is tantamount to hypocrisy. And if these guys or girls aren't helped, soon they will fall through the net. This government has never told the public the truth. Not about Iraq. You've not known the whole truth about why I went in there. You've certainly not heard the truth of the numbers of casualties. 179 young men and women gave their lives as the ultimate sacrifice in the name of this country, fighting for Her Majesty. They are the troops of Her Majesty. They're not the troops of any Prime Minister, be it Brown, Blair, Cameron, or whoever it might be. They are Her Majesty's. And they should be respected in that. So that's the aim of Operation Braveheart. We'll be having a computer system on the vehicle, complete with a mobile phone. We'll be able to get in touch with the charities that we support through the good old satellite up there, and straight into as well the government agencies, like the Employment Agency, Benefits Agency, Health, people who might be dealing with drugs and alcohol, because that is a route which is so easy for a serviceman or woman when they see they have no hope, no one there. And when that hope goes out the window, then their soul.
It will be good to have a link between the charities, the service charities. There are many service charities.
Absolutely.
And it strikes me from time to time that they tend to battle against each other unknowingly.
Yes, they do. Yeah.
So it would be good to have that link, and part of that link, as I mentioned earlier, is the Armed Forces Community Covenant, which I hope you will become part of.
Oh, brilliant. Yes, absolutely. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure.
My
to be here,
my honour.
to be invited.
No worries at all.
Really nice to meet you.
Thank you very, very much. And I know that Daniel is up there now. He's looking down, and he has the broadest smile ever.
Gone, not forgotten.
Gone, never forgotten. God bless you.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.